Today is a glorious day in the world of collecting action figures. Today is the day that I get to review a Comicave Mark 7 Iron Man. And no, I don't get Comicave for free. God, I wish I did, because I could save a ton of money considering that this thing was $100 on eBay, shipped from China. I pre-ordered one on Big Bad. He was like 130, 140 bucks. Canceled that order. Got him here. Big Bad is like the good. It's like the blanket. Like, you pre-order all your stuff on Big Bad and then you eventually cancel all your orders on Big Bad, because you can usually find them someplace sooner or cheaper. So that's what I did. Here he is. I already took him out of the box. Well, it's Comicave perfection. They haven't released a toy in a long time. Whenever they do, it's just like, it's like you get like action figure goosebumps right now. Let's check them out. Alright, so these are the figures I decided to pull out for comparison. Starting over here, we have the Marvel Legends Mark 7 Iron Man. He's an amazing toy. He's actually one of my favorite toys of last year. I was going to pass on him. I saw him on clearance for $9. The only reason why I was going to pass on him is because I knew that I was going to get the Comicave one, and I figured I need to try to cut back. So why do I need two Mark 7s? But for $9, you definitely do. I also wanted to get the SH Figure Arts Mark 7, but once again, I figured one premium figure of Mark 7 is more than enough. And then right here we have Tony Stark Marvel Legends, and then you have the Mezco Iron Man, which is also an amazing toy. I really like that. I personally kind of feel like he's way too tall. Like, you can see the scale board on the back. He's up there. He's almost like he's definitely over 6.5 inches tall. But then if you look down here at the Marvel Legends, he's also fairly tall, which I don't know. Maybe he's not that tall. Maybe he is a little too tall. What am I saying? And then you have the Comicave Mark 7 right here in the middle. He's just slightly above 6 inches tall. And then the SH Figure Arts, I'm pretty sure that's like the Mark II Iron Man, which I love. That's one of my favorite SH Figure Arts Iron Mans, period. And then I have the Tony Stark SH Figure Arts, and then I have Pepper from Marvel Legends, and then the box down here. I pulled them all out for you. If you're thinking about pulling the trigger on this $100 action figure, which if you can afford it, definitely get it. These things are amazing. I don't know if you guys have bought a Comicave yet or not, and I know it sounds like I'm really trying to like hustle these things to you. I'm not getting them for free, but they are just really good toys. We are going to look at the box, because this is the best box in action figures, period. It's a really hard cardboard collector style box. It's really small. I love how small it is. Like, it doesn't take up a lot of shelf space. You can keep the box. It's something that you definitely want to hang on to. You open it up. It gives you like your directions right here. Everything wraps in the foam nice and tight. You can display it in the box. You can display it out of the box. It shows you everything that he does. I love it. Like, I'm not a package guy, but I wish that every single action figure out there came with something like this. Well, maybe not, because then I'd have a bunch of boxes. So maybe it's a good thing that people don't use this good box. But let's go ahead and check this thing out. I'll give you a up-close look at him before I turn the lights on, just for you to kind of see it without the glare. The light actually works really good, and I went ahead and armored up half of his body. If you look at the two shoulder pads right here, they give you here's what he comes with, and then you can put the missile one on there. So I'm eventually going to take this one off and match him up and just completely gun this guy up. And then also on his forearm, this is what it comes with, and then it also, you can change it out and put this missile one on there, which is also a really nice touch. And then on his thighs, here's the standard thigh, here's the missile thigh. I'm going to change that out as well. I did one of each, but I don't have to clip these things on and off with the video going and just completely bore you guys more than I probably already am. And then on the hands, it comes with the hands with the blast effect already in it, and then the one on the foot, it's got a little hole in there, so you can plug that in or out if you want to display them like that. Another good thing I like about this is these little armor things that go over the glove come on every set of hands on the SH Figure Arts. You have to keep changing these things out. I think that that's just kind of cheap considering how much those things cost. A few little extra things that this thing does is the calf flaps open up. It's got like little missiles or gears or something inside of there. I think they're missiles. That definitely looks pretty cool. And then on the back, all these flaps flap open just like on the Marvel Legends one. Let me go ahead and do that. And this thing is like, I gotta be honest, dude. When you're playing with like $100 action figures, like it's like they're not toys anymore. I'm so afraid I'm gonna break this, especially if I break it while I'm doing a video, then that's really gonna suck. So you take this little backpack off. There's a little on and off switch right here. You flip this on, and it's really hard to get your big fat finger in there. I'll go ahead and clip this thing back on. I'll put these things down just so I can kind of move them around, which those things actually work really well. Turn them around. Here's how he lights up. The eyes are lit up. They're really bright, and the chest thing is crazy bright. It's crazy that those two tiny little batteries give you that much light, but they do. I'll go over the articulation on this. I'll try to go over it fairly quick. On the head, it moves here at the top of the head. It also moves down at the bottom. That thing actually works pretty good. The shoulder pads pop off. You can pop them off and pop them back on if you're trying to get them in a crazy pose. Sometimes it's easier just to take them off, or you don't have to worry about it. The arms, they do pop in and they pop out like that, and then they also go up and down like this, and then this thing like moves, like you can move the shoulder pad up or down also like that. Also has a separate joint in it. It also will swivel at the top of the bicep. Let me try to get this one. It's kind of hard to... Alright, it will swivel here. It's kind of catching on there. You gotta, I don't know, you gotta be really careful with this thing, man. I'd hate to break this thing. And you can move down the arm, then it's got like a double elbow on it, which I think looks absolutely amazing, because like no matter how you move it, it still looks good. Like you don't see any pins or any weird gaps or anything like that. As far as the wrists, they're on a ball, so they kind of move around. I don't think the forearms turn there. And then on the ab crunch, it separates in like two spots. So it'll lift up here and here. Mine was stuck. It took me a while to like wiggle that thing apart. So it will come up here and then down here at this lower seam. A little shoulder pad or something just came off. Yes, I am a little scared, to be honest with you. Okay. God, that thing is stiff. So it unclicks there and there. And then if you want to ab crunch him down, he actually works pretty good. Push him back down. Now my other ones aren't nearly as stiff as this guy. I don't know why this one is so stiff. I tried heating them up, and then all this metal just got really hot. And then it will also turn at the waist, you know, up top here and here. So it'll turn at 3 different spots. I don't know if that locked in or not yet. Okay, there it is. Now he's locked back in. And these things, all these clip-on parts, they clip off just as easy as they clip back on. So I don't know, I guess it's kind of good and it's kind of a problem all at the same time, because you don't want to have to tug on it too hard, but you don't want to fall off and make you look like an idiot while you're doing this video. But it's not really working with me. Alright, I think that thing's back on. I'll attempt to do the thigh thing. The thighs, which are also extremely stiff, they pull down like that, and then you can move this around, and then they also turn here for like a thigh cut, and then you push that back up in there. And then at the knees, you got a double knee. This is why I don't do articulation in my videos. It just makes me look like an ass every time. Like this is like almost painful for me to do this on camera. All right, put that down. The toe, it has our toe articulation, which is really stiff. It's probably supposed to move more than that, but I can't really get mine to move more than that. And then the feet, they go up and down. There it goes. So it pops down for you can move the foot around, and these little flaps pop up and down on the feet. All right, good. Whew. I'm glad that's over. That's the articulation. Go ahead and put that thing back up. Here he is. I'm going to go ahead and deck him out, take a couple pictures, throw him there with the collection, and show you that. God, that articulation part was... I hope most of you guys just fast forwarded through that. Alright, so I don't light this thing up very often. Pretty much the only time that I do light this thing up is when I get a Comicave Iron Man to put in here, or an SH Figure Arts Iron Man that I really like a lot. I'll just go ahead and go over it real quick in case any of you guys haven't seen it. Got this light up desk. This thing's real easy to track down. Just get on eBay so you guys don't have to ask me where I got it. This Igor display case, also got that on eBay. That's also really easy to track down, and the little etching on that, they actually make that display case for pretty much every Iron Man you could ever get. So when I was buying these display cases, the Hall of Armor, I didn't know if I should get the SH Figure Arts ones, which I really like a lot, or these ones, which I also really like a lot. Well, obviously I went with the SH Figure Arts, so go ahead and go through some of my Iron Mans. Here's the one eating the donut. God, I love that. That thing probably should have been on my best of list. That thing was amazing. I do have the lights down low because I don't turn these things on very often, pretty much never. So I can go ahead and show it to you. One of the guys in the comments said, hey, are your things, they light up yellow? And they do, and that sucks. He told me to hit those with some sandpaper on that edge and they'll light up white. I haven't did it. I obviously need to try that because of that yellow. See how it's yellow there instead of like white? That really bothers me. This one is like blue, which is really cool. But that yellow one, God, it sucks. Because those things are, I don't know, anywhere between $50 and $100 each. So what I have mixed in here is a nice little collabo of SH Figure Arts, Marvel Legends, and Comicave to go ahead and put this set together. There's the little couch that's actually like really soft. Comes with pillows. Coming around here, here's the new one. I got him in a little battle scene over here. I got him lit up. I know you're watching this video. It's kind of dark, but it's either you see the light up effect or you see the figure. Most of the time I do the figure, so I figure we'll do something different. And then I guess I'll go ahead and show you this shelf. It's not really done yet. It's still a work in project. This is kind of like the Marvel 10-year movie stuff or just movie stuff in general. You know what? This is kind of way too dark. Let me come over here and hit this other light real quick. Okay, that definitely helped more than a little bit. I'll walk you through it again. Here's the Hall of Armor. Here's my Iron Mans. They're not really in order. I don't really have them all to put them in order. I'm missing like Mark IV or something, which I haven't pulled the trigger on just because those things are really expensive, and I keep hoping that Comicave is going to make it. Here's the new edition coming around the shelf. I definitely need to get these in order. It's weird because they make so many versions of every character, and I don't want like 8 Thors up here and 10 Captain America. So I'm trying to just like pick my favorite one and try to go with that versus having just tons of the same character up here. And you come around on the other side. This side I just kind of started, and man, the action figures are coming in so heavy. Here's Hela. Here's her wolf. You got that new Captain Marvel set right here. Then if you come down, you have probably some of the worst shows ever made. The Netflix, Daredevil, Luke Cage, you name it. The whole show was just really, really weak. Then down here you have Red Skull with a bunch of these guys that I got on clearance. I wish I could have found more. I saw some of you guys were picking those things up for $11. I was never that fortunate. That's my movie shelf. It's not quite done. I got a bunch more stuff to put on there. It's just sad because if I put all my stuff on here, this shelf is going to be completely blown out. And then when I buy some figures, I won't have any place to put them. Thanks for watching.